What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is September 18, 2023. And here to talk to you about the tire shop business and multiple streams of income. I was gonna say mobile home parks. Multiple streams of income. And but today's it's 6:20 p.m. It's Monday, and we are done for the day. Close up at 6 o'clock. Today's activity, there was a lot of movement, very steady. There was times we got a lot of work, and there was times where it died down a little bit, but then it got normal really quick, and we just like knocked out one car at a time. So we had 4 guys in total, and then like a car would come, 4 new tires. We'll knock that out real quick because every guy got one tire on one machine, and it's just like real fast, right? And then we got the next one in, and we do all 4 again. The next one in, we'll do 4. It's just like it was like very consistent all day. We sold new tires, we sold discounted new tires, we sold used tires, a lot of patches and labors. No sensors today. But anyways, the topic for today's video is, well, first of all, if you saw yesterday was about my thoughts on the mobile tire shop business. So you know how to do it today when it came to talking about its sister business when it comes to the semi-truck tire road service business, commercial tire road service business, where the majority of your tires, the mainly ones you do with semi-truck tires, and you do some 19s and a half like these, 225, 70, 19.5. You get these once in a while. And some 16s LTs once in a while too, which is the 225 75 16, 215 85 16, 235 85 16, 245 75 16. Those come out a little bit in that business, but mainly those 225s. Also, you get 245 70s you got to do in that business, 245 70 19.5s, and you do RVs, 225 70s, 22 and a half. You do the 255 70, 22 and a half. And then we go to the 4 main ones, but well, I'll rate them all. We got 11 24 and a half, which we sold one today used. You got 285 75 24 and a halves. Now those 2 sizes are like old school. They saw very rarely nowadays. Nowadays your main customers are the 11 22.5s, your number 1 right there, and the number 2 is the 295 75 22 and a half. New and used. Those are the main bread butter customer, the money makers in this type of business, the road service business, the semi-truck tires. You do service patches, or you do patches, you dismount and mount when they have their tires, and you sell them used and you sell them new. And then you get the junk tires, and you gotta dispose of them. You gotta find your own connection when it comes to disposing those big tires. Anyways, so let me start off by saying my dad had 7 trucks at one point when it came to road service. So he had this shop in 7, and then my uncle has a business. My other uncle had a business, and then one of my best friends, him and his brother has a business. Their parents have a business. My stepson has a business. So I'm surrounded by this right here. So just so you know, I grew up with this. I know the business. I've never done it for myself, but I just know the whole thing because I do it for myself here at my shop. But when it comes to being on the road, it's a little bit, different, but it's not much. The tools are the same, the tools are the same, but you're out on the road. You got your truck, and your truck is like a regular 1500 truck. It works fine. You can have a 2500 if you want. It's not needed. You can have a 3500. It's not needed. As long as you have a bed and you're good. And the bed can be like a 6 foot, which is cool. But if you have a longer bed, like an 8 foot, then it's even better. So you have more room to carry tires and your tools. And so here's the main components of the business. So you have your truck and the compressor, and that's it. The tools, that's just like you throw them in the back of the truck, you put them inside the truck, whatever. That's not the main thing. The main thing is you have the truck and the compressor. So that's what you got to rely on. That's your foundation of the business. So that means it's very inexpensive, right? So you can buy 2 trucks and it's really cheap. You can buy 3 trucks. Man, you buy a truck for like $8,000, and then you buy a new compressor for like, I don't know, $5,000 or whatever it is. You can buy a used one for like, I don't know, $2,000 or whatever. You just bolt it onto the truck. You power it up with the power, with the gas, or if you do it that route. You get your hose lines, you got your guns, you got your bars, you got soap. You got your sockets, different size sockets. You got little extra things, specialty tools. If you got those lug nuts that are really hard, you got the special tool to take those off. Or if they get stuck on there, there's another tool to take those lug nuts off of those. Anyways, but the point is, that business is a very good business. I'm gonna tell you why. So you keep it very simple with tire sizes, and you have a ton of customers because all those semi trucks on the road are either those 4 sizes that I told you about earlier, the 24.5s, the 2 of those sizes, or the 22.5s. It's just the same thing over and over and over. So you have a ton of customers out on the road every single day that needs those type of services. And a lot of companies don't even want their trucks to leave. They just want them to sit there at their yard, and someone comes and changes them, put them new ones, put all new, everything new. They want to just pay the service and just like don't want to take it to a shop. Then like to my shop, they don't want to bring it. They were just like, do you guys do mobile service? Or they call me and I'm like, no. Oh, okay. But I just refer one of my friends or family members. And anyway, so the reason it's so good because now we're talking about foundation. We heard about yesterday's video. You gotta really have a really good foundation when it comes to the business. And I don't want to talk about the topics about yesterday, but the foundation for this type of business is your truck and your compressor. Your truck and compressor. So that means if you have backups of this business, you have a backup truck, or if you have 3 trucks, but at least 2 of them, right? Then you have a really solid foundation, because if one truck goes out, if something's wrong with the motor, the transmission went out, it got crashed, right away you send out the next truck and you do the job and you finish the job and you get paid and continue to do the rest while you fix your truck. Or if it got crashed, meanwhile you buy another truck and then you gotta buy a new compressor, or you just switch over the compressor to the new truck, whatever it is. But you're back on the road. The business doesn't stop. Even though you have a bad truck, you continue with the business. So and that's not the case for the mobile tire business, unless you invest again, a whole bunch of money. You know, I was talking about you buying a new truck with all the like the special like tools, equipment you gotta do in that type of business. It costs you like $150 for each truck. Now you invest $300,000 for 2 trucks. If it's brand new equipment, a brand new truck, let's say you get one of those Sprinter vans, right? How much is a Sprinter van? How much is labor to put the whole like covers and everything, and plus the new tire machine, the new balancing machine and all that. And that's not the case with the road service business. The road service business is a truck and a compressor. Think about that. That's really inexpensive, which you can buy a second and a third truck and just have it sit there. It doesn't matter. Like, it's so cheap that kind of money, it doesn't matter. If you have 2 trucks, just, man, you have to have a backup truck. Then you have the other one with $300,000. Again, with that kind of money, you can make some big money in real estate. It's like, you know, I know it's a different type of business when it comes to real estate and that, but man, you're really gonna think about when you're just not having work in business and you're just like, your very expensive trucks are just sitting there, 300 grand, and you're just like, okay, I covered my ass, but at what cost? You know, like, how much money you had to invest to get 2 solid trucks? That's not the case when it comes to the road tire, the mobile commercial tire business, which is the semi-truck tire road service business. That's a whole nother business. It's like, you invest like 15 grand for a truck, you got another 15 grand, you're 30 in for 2 of them, and you got your business covered. And if you even want to get like another guy that runs the other truck once in a while because you're busy, then you're gonna make extra money, right? Yeah, you gotta pay your guy, but then whatever's left over, that's the profit for yourself. If you want to have 2 trucks, if it's just you, a helper, and another guy running the other truck, or if you just want to have like you yourself knocking out all the work and then the other guy work for you and helps you knock out the other work, whatever comes out on the side, it's great. It's a great business. So because it's a solid foundation, in my opinion, you don't need a tire shop like this. When it comes to like you want to make 150,000 a year, that's more than enough. I think you're really capped out at that point, unless you have, you know, 5 trucks and you have like market a ton on, like, if you just want to go all out with the road service and you're gonna be marketing, then you're gonna pay a lot of money on marketing. You're gonna have a lot of services when it comes to like returns and referrals. But if you want to grow that business, it's a lot of online marketing. You have to have a website and you have to market on that, the SEO, just, you know, it's a lot of money you gotta do when it comes to marketing if you want to grow bigger in that business. But you can have like 5 trucks. When you have that much business, grow one at a time, it's cool. You'll have more business like that. But when it comes to just 1 or 2 trucks, that's more than enough, I think. Then with the amount of money you're gonna get in for like the amount of effort and the amount of payback you're gonna get, I think you don't need a tire shop like this, man. I think it's really, really, really good business. And I say that because I know the kind of money my my surroundings are making. So I think it's very good. Of course, when it comes to the tire shop, it's a whole different story. If you want to grow bigger, you don't have to get another shop, 2 shops, 3 shops. You can just invest more and more and more and more in your single tire shop, and it'll just increase the value of the amount of customers you get, the amount of sales you get. Like, again, I just want to talk about in the past. I was like, well, if my tire shop made 100 grand like years ago and I wanted to make 200 grand, then the logic is I get another tire shop just like it and I have 200 grand there, right? And I was like, no, well, now you have double expenses and now it's a whole other set of things you got to do. So why don't I just invest double the amount of inventory I have now and work it and get another like worker or 2, and I'll make my 200 grand in the same tire shop, be busier, and it's a lot easier than handling 2 tire shops, right? And you can grow more. You can do 3, 4. If you want to make that much amount, you gotta increase more of the volume when it comes to amount of sales. And I believe it can be done with a single tire shop. I feel like I know it's kind of weird to me saying this, but from what I've seen, it's kind of like there's no infinite amount of customers you can get with one tire shop. I've seen so much business when it comes to the big shops, like the amount of volume I'm talking about with customers. There is no, I mean, if you got many years and you got so much money invested in the tires, and you can knock out the work really fast, if you have like, I don't know, more and more workers all the time, then you can have like lines of cars just waiting to do service at your shop. If you can get that amount of customers, and yes, it's possible because I've seen it. I also seen more successful shops than mine with lines of cars outside. And there's probably some of you that have a shop like that here and there. I know one of them that he's listening again, Mr. Montenegro. He has a shop like this that I'm talking about. But the point is, like, with one shop, you can make as much as customers that you want, as much as money as you want. I feel it's gonna take you many years and a lot of money, more than I have here invested, right? Like, but the point is, like, that's a whole nother topic. I don't know why I got off it so far, but when it comes to the mobile, it's like it could be like that too, and you can be solid and just it'll never go away, because if you have like so many small amount of trucks, then it can be handled, you know, that type of business. But it's different now. You have to invest so much money on the internet. It's like your foundation is really gonna be online now instead of being on your trucks. When you go really big, this is the topic about if you want to be really big and scalable in that kind of business. If you want to scale, you have a lot of money invested on your foundation online, social media. I mean, all those platforms, a lot of advertising, the Google ads, the Facebook ads, and OfferUp ads, every single thing, right? That will be your foundation. The foundation of a tire shop will be your location, the amount of tires that you have, the amount of people that can knock out those tires. It's really different, but it's scalable. So the other one, I mean, it's like, damn, you really gotta like pay so much money. It's not even worth it, I think, man. I mean, it works, it works, but it's just like, from the amount of money you're gonna invest to the amount of money you're gonna get back, it's like, I don't know. I just haven't seen it done that's gonna be really efficient. I'm sure there's guys in the future that are gonna be coming out and doing it, but from like what I've seen, like what has been done, it just hasn't really been done yet, man. It's just, but anyways, that's another topic. But the point is, like, it's a very good business. And yeah, I support it a lot. Like, when it comes to like, man, you're gonna be doing road service. I've seen it really good. I've seen the guys here and there when they started, and now how they are now, just full every day, busy, just no cash flow problems at all, no customer problems, you know. I seen one guy, he would take his dad along, because, you know, his dad gets older and he don't do the business, but he'll come bring him along and have him engaged in the business. And he's super happy. He would just, you know, being with your dad all the time. I think that's super great. I think it's very, very good. And again, there's no rent when you gotta pay. You can actually park those cars, by the way, on the street. You can park them on the street, and it's just like, You know, you rarely see someone get their equipment stolen like that. Rare. And that's if they jack the whole truck, they steal the whole truck, right? And yeah, it's happened. You know, it's happened a few times. I've known different people though, and they lose what they have there. They get the truck back, but they lost what they had in the bag. But again, it's not that expensive. You think about how much you gotta invest to have your truck ready with the tools, the amount of tools you gotta have in that business. It's inexpensive. The compressor is the most expensive thing, and the guns, and then whatever after that. So it's really a very low risk type of business for high rewards that you can get, or high rewards that you make in that business. It's just really good. I really like it. So I couldn't make yesterday's video without making today's video. It's a very different business, and I just wanted to complete the series, right? I wanted to talk about both of them. And you know my tire shop videos, I always talk about tire shop videos over and over and over. It's just my favorite, right? My favorite type of business is tire shop, but you just gotta talk about all the subjects about the tire shop business. When it comes to service, right? When it comes to the used tires and the service, I'll be talking about those topics, right? I'll make more videos about other industries. Not industry, sorry, other businesses when it comes to the used tires service business, or not even service, just used tires involved. But yeah, that was today's video, man. I hope you guys like it, and you guys know a lot of guys in the mobile tire business too. I know you got a lot of tire shop friends, and comment some things that have happened in the road service business that your friends or you got gone through, that not a lot of people have, you know, experienced. And yeah, so just let me know what was some stories that have happened in the road service business that you or your friends have done, and it was like interesting. That was like an interesting story. I want to hear some interesting stories when it comes to the road service business. So leave a comment, and I'll see you guys later. Mamba out.